Welcome to This Week with Tammie Holland, powered by Brown and Crouppen. I'm Tammie Holland. Today, it's a kind of a 420 special kind of a day. I thought maybe I'd chop it up with somebody who truly, I believe, is an expert. And also maybe get some legal questions popping around here today. So we'll just see how that works out. But my guest today is really one of my favorite human beings, one of my favorite artists, and really just an all-around awesome guy. Hi, friend. Say hello to Kyjuan.
Hey,
Kyjuan the best.
How you doing?
Yes.
I'm having a Kyjuan-derful moment.
I know you are. You're always having a Kyjuan-derful moment.
You got that voice and make people be like, now what you say?
Ah, thank you. Thank you. How you been?
I'm good.
Yeah, I know. We ran into each other a couple Sundays ago at the charity basketball game for Zeus Rebel Waters.
Which was great.
Which was absolutely great. And I got a chance to see your son up close and personal. You know, I follow you on social media, so I've seen him on social media, but he is so adorable.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, and he had a little bond with my daughter. I'm like, what Kyjuan is? What is this Kyjuan teaching this baby? This baby gave my daughter the eye. Your son straight macked on my daughter and then bounced.
Kept it moving.
He kept it moving. We rolled.
There's room for more.
No, it was the funniest thing. My daughter Meadow is standing around, and what do we call? Do you call him Legend?
His name is Legend.
Legend, but legendary.
His middle name is Derry.
Yeah, so I didn't know if we were calling him Legend or we were calling him Legendary.
Right.
Well, Legend, who is also legendary, of course. Legend is playing courtside, and my daughter walks up, and he kind of stops playing, and then all of a sudden, he comes up to my daughter, he gives her a pound, he looks her up and down, and then he walks away. I'm like, who is this kid? Who is this kid? That's your son.
Yeah, he's special.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's good. And of course, your daughter's so beautiful, just getting so big.
Take me to Six Flags like it's around the corner. Six Flags is not around the corner.
Listen, let me tell you something. Just be thankful that she still wants to go to Six Flags. Okay?
Okay, I'm there.
You better
I'm
drive.
there with you.
You better drive that girl to Six
I'm there.
Flags. Yeah.
I'm there. I am. I didn't. That was just, you got to act like you don't want to, but still do it.
Yeah. What have you been doing creatively lately?
Just turning my ideas into something that's actually outside.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like what?
I'm into my film life. I've been saying it for a long time. I just building my team. It's hard to get a team. Movies is something that it's not like music where you can do something by yourself. Mm-hmm. You know, you can engineer, you can make the beat, you can rap. With movies, you need everybody to be in sync at the same time. So I just been finding a special way to do it and do it more than better.
Are you writing? Are you directing?
Writing. I'm creating.
I love it. That's good.
I don't like to take people who do stuff every day and come and take their title as if I've been through.
Even though you say you could probably do it all, right?
Yeah, but I'm still But sometimes you don't know where to put your punctuation. So I say you're a writer, I'm a creator.
All right. Well, I look forward to your projects. I think that's really cool.
Thank you. I'm trying to help the young people make a better decision every day. So while I'm helping my life, I'm also helping somebody else's at the same time.
I like that.
And I'm trying to create something that can fuse into grown and young. So it's kind of like a shy. Like, is that a young people movie or grown? You don't know, do you? You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you.
So that's where I'm at with it, because both people need to learn lessons, and you need to understand what the grown person is going through while you're going through what you're going through.
Yes.
And vice versa. So I'm creating something to help decision-making skills.
I love that. Yeah, keep it up. How do you have thoughts, or do you still pop in the studio every now and then?
Oh, yeah. More now than never, yes.
Really?
Yes.
Like, how much time you spend in the studio these days?
Not a lot. I'm not a studio rat.
No?
No, I'm more of a person that try to understand what to do with it after you're done being in the studio. That was really my part. Marketing and just getting the word out,
So are you all done with rapping?
No. I'm not done at all. I'm just saying I'm just never been that person.
Okay. All right.
Like Kyjuan got a solo. I've never been that person.
Yeah. But if you just feel like doing something, you'll just do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or if somebody asks me to do a feature, or if Murph is in the studio. I
Okay,
go,
well,
you know.
I'm just saying, feel like doing something. We'd love to hear from you.
Okay. That's
Yes.
what's up.
Yeah. What's up with Jokes and Smokes? You got something coming up 420. Something. Is it actually on 420 your event?
Yes. It's
Really?
on 420. This is the first 420 on a Saturday in a long time.
Wow, that's pretty amazing.
yes.
That's pretty epic.
And in the past years, I was doing Bud and Bowl. I had Tropicana. And we sold like 54 lanes full
That
of
seems
bowling.
like that would be kind of. Did they smoke
Yeah.
in Tropicana?
Yeah, I did.
And they were bowling.
We did.
Wow.
We did it all. That's what made it special.
Wow, that just seems like it would be so dangerous. Look at me, I'm somebody's mom. Oh my gosh, you guys were smoking marijuana and bowling?
Yeah, at the same time.
Okay.
So if you get mad at your gutter, you can calm down.
Okay, I
know,
feel you.
so
Yeah, you
now
all
I
were
done
probably
moved
very,
into-
very calm bowlers. No one had
Definitely.
any arguments.
Nah, unless you lose your money.
Yeah. Oh, okay. One of those.
One of
So
those.
you've moved on from jokes and bowls, and now you're doing.
So it went from Bud and
mean,
Bowl
Bud and Bowl,
to
sorry.
Smokes and Jokes. And I actually developed them at the same time. I just didn't move on it the same way with the movie. So I decided to get with my brother Murph and my sister Janet and develop something like a comic view or a def comedy jam, but in the cannabis world.
Interesting.
So a lot of people, when they go into a comedy show, they're smoking before they go. So why not do it in there? You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
All right. So you've created a safe
An
space
experience, yes.
where people are able to
To laugh and get
enjoy
lifted.
comedy and
It's healing.
yes,
It's wellness on both sides.
healing and wellness on both sides. So
Yeah.
the event's coming up on 420.
420.
In St. Louis. Where is it?
It's in Florissant. We have a mansion, so we call it the 420 Estates.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So so it's from 2 to 12. So from 2 to 6, we're going to do a live music, live bands. We have Rhoda G. We have Rooted Bud. We have a brass band. And then we roll into the Smokes and Jokes from 5:30 to 8ish. And then we go into the fight party, which is Haney versus Garcia.
Wow.
So it's a whole beautiful day. You park at the school lot. We pick you up in the shuttle and we bring you over to the Weed Wonderland.
Wow. Okay. That's quite a day. That is quite a day. You call it the Weed
Yeah.
Wonderland.
Yep.
That's
With your
what's
ticket,
up.
we feeding you, giving you a meal.
Oh, you've got food in
drink.
there too for everybody.
Yeah, because
All
you
right.
gotta.
Is it all with one
It's
ticket?
safe.
It's all with one
Yes.
ticket?
It's trying to keep you safe. You know, you're doing a lot. You don't know your limits sometimes, so we try to make sure we keep you hydrated and keep something in your stomach.
Do you do this every month?
Yes, I do Smokes and Jokes every month.
Okay, so
Next month I'm at the Big Top.
So I feel like there could be a Diddy joke coming in here somewhere, but maybe I'll just save it and I'll just keep it for myself. I'm just kidding. I'm moving on. Okay.
That's what Diddy does. Keep it for itself.
Okay. All right.
You on point? No,
Yeah.
just-
Am I on point? All right. Okay. So looking
Stingy.
forward to that. Give me your social media.
My social media is Kyjuan Lunatic OG, KYJUAN. If anybody wants to know how to spell my name right, it's KYJUAN. But you can go to smokesandjokes.live and get the ticket and read up on what we're doing every month.
All right. That's awesome because you do this every single month.
Every month.
All right. Well, wonderful. Thank you. I'm so excited to hear all about it.
Yeah, you should come out.
All right.
And-
Maybe one day I'll do
just
it.
play the back like this.
Yeah, maybe.
But it's a lot of people that come that don't smoke. They just
Really?
like to enjoy the atmosphere and just see the good people. It's not
Okay.
about everybody has to smoke. It's
right.
not that type of vibe. It's especially for an outdoor event like this. You can't really,
Yeah.
if we was closed in like this, it will affect you. But we're
All
not.
right.
We're nice and open. People come smoke cigars. Some people come and don't smoke at all. They drink. I go to the club and I don't really drink. So what's the difference?
Understood. Andy Crouppen is in the room with me.
That's my
Andy,
buddy,
how you
man.
doing? Is Andy your buddy?
Yes.
Andy's everybody's buddy.
Oh, I don't
What's
feel
up,
so
Andy?
special no more, man.
Come
you
on.
everybody, buddy?
No, don't listen to that.
How are you? I'm good, brother. How you?
Hi, Andy.
Hi, Tammie. How are you?
Oh, give me. Okay.
Oh, yes. It's been too long.
It has. Okay, swing your mic over.
Oh,
So I was thinking, Kyjuan's got this event coming up 420. 420 obviously is happening anyway. It's going to be on an epic day, a Saturday, so everybody's going to be all wired. Lots of things that I think people should understand and know approaching 420 as it relates to the law and how they should protect themselves and understand what is and what isn't proper, right?
right.
So wanted to kick things off with some questions. Kyjuan and I were talking amongst ourselves before you got here about how much Okay, like I want real makes sense. I want like real questions. So like say if somebody's traveling, they're going out of town for 420
Yeah.
and they have maybe a couple of pre-rolls in their luggage or something. What's going to happen to them if they're traveling and some pre-rolls are discovered in their
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. So
You're
is
gonna
that,
get, no.
is
So,
that
you know, there's a little bit of confusion about this. So remember, cannabis is federally regulated and federally illegal. The TSA, which does security at almost all the airports, is federal. And so technically, you could find yourself in violation of federal law and in trouble. Now, I think practically, and some airports have even come out to say this, the TSA is not looking for cannabis. If they find it, they will refer it to the local law enforcement, meaning where it is legal. So most likely, not certainly, most likely, they're just going to make you throw it away and it's not a problem. Now, if it looks like you have big amounts, things that are packaged in a way that are intended to be sold and distributed, I think you might find yourself in trouble. I know a lot of people who travel with stuff for personal consumption. I have heard that if you're traveling from a legal state to a legal state, that you are unlikely to have problems. But you're always running a risk when you're
doing
going through a federal system.
Understood.
You know, so I would not encourage anyone to do that. You know, if you want to take that risk, know the risk you're taking.
Okay, understood. Okay, so it's 420. Maybe somebody's out there celebrating. Maybe they are smoking. Maybe they have some leftover blunts in the ashtray. What's going to happen if there's a traffic stop and this maybe just one marijuana joint and a couple of like little pieces are in the ashtray? What's going to happen to them?
You know, obviously, just like drinking and driving, I would discourage anyone from using cannabis in driving. I think that you are often impaired, especially, you know, I saw something on CNN years and years ago where they did this study where they had new cannabis users and longtime regular cannabis users. And they tested their ability to drive. And what they found was it affects people differently. People who rarely or never used cannabis were very impaired. People who regularly used cannabis, they found were really not very impaired. That said, that's not how the law looks at it. So I think what had happened is if there are a few pieces of a blunt in your ashtray, and your car does not smell like you just finished smoking them, and you do not look or seem impaired, I don't think you're going to have a problem, but you might. You know, odds are they're not going to see it. And we were doing a podcast earlier, and one thing that I think is really important for people to know is put it in your mouth and swallow. No. Just like remember these words.
Okay.
I am sorry, officer, but I do not consent to searches. Because so many times they will say, you mind if I search the car? And people say, yeah, not realizing that you can say no. And you can say no.
Tell us what to say again. Say it again, Andy.
I'm sorry, officer, I do not consent to searches. Okay. And what can happen is I've known people who didn't think there was any problem. They were doing nothing wrong, had nothing in the car. And all of a sudden, something was found in the car. And the officer had no right to search them. Had they said, I'm sorry, officer, I do not consent to searches, they would have been home free, but instead they spent the night in jail. So I think that's always...
Wait a minute, let's throw it over.
Go ahead.
That sounds good. But in my culture, that sounds like trouble.
Well,
I know the law.
Yeah.
I feel you. But if I say,
Right.
nah, I don't want you to search my car, they like, so you're resisting? I'm like, so how far do I have to go to let you know that I know the laws before you touch me or before you call somebody else or before you do anything
Right.
wrong to me because I said you can't search my car
Right.
for a traffic stop?
I think you're 100% right. I think, could that be seen? Is it likely to be seen as inflammatory? Absolutely. You're 100% right. And I think what you do is you're not going to fight them. You're not going to physically prevent them from doing it. But I think if you clearly state, I'm sorry, officer, I do not consent to searches. And then if they push it, just continue to say no, but let it go. And then the benefit of it is
You did say it.
assuming they have a body cam, that's better. But if not, that may make that search invalid if they do happen to find something. But I think you're right. It's a very difficult situation to be in because some officers won't respect that and will push it and see it as inflammatory and it will escalate. But I think a lot of it is in how you say it
respect.
and how you handle yourself when they say, what? And get angry. If they're not the ones to de-escalate, you got to try to be the one to de-escalate. And I know that doesn't always work,
Right.
but you do your best.
Right. You do your best. What else? What can you think of?
How long you think would it be? I know it's like prohibition with marijuana. I feel like we're going through it like, oh, it's bad. It's
Right.
what it is. And now, nowadays, I think I've seen the Budweiser sign in a church.
You did not.
I did not. So when you think it's time for big corporations like yourself to get behind things that I'm doing, like in the industry,
So I think,
like a bombery. Well, I know some people have their own dispensaries, but like
So you're saying like when like
the Pepsis, the Brown and Crouppens,
I think
Get
that
it.
I'm flattered that you say our name in the same sense as Pepsi. I think the big corporations, it'll be some time. Although I'm not even sure. Maybe in some states, like local distributors will get involved. But on a national level, for the big companies to get involved, I suspect it'll take federal legislation.
to say yes.
In terms of companies of our size, I think they're already jumping in and sponsoring things. I have no problem with it. I don't think most people do. In fact, I think historically people were surprised when we got these ballot initiatives, the percentage of voters that voted for it. I think it was always thought that politically maybe Democrats would vote for it and conservatives wouldn't, but that's not the case. Everybody uses it across the political aisle. These laws generally pass overwhelmingly, and if they don't, it's not because of people's stance on cannabis, it is because of something quirky in the law,
Right.
like it didn't go far enough. In fact, the law in Missouri almost didn't pass because people thought it did not go far enough to legalize cannabis. So it was actually the cannabis activists that almost killed it. But I think that's what it'll take for the big corporations to get involved.
That's a good question. Very good question. Okay, last one, because I bet you have to jet. It's 420. Everybody's celebrating. People go out for St. Patty's Day, and maybe at lunch they go and have a couple of green beers. What happens 420? Somebody's working. They go out. Maybe they enjoy cannabis. They come back to their job, even though it's legal within the state of Missouri. Like, could they be fired for that?
Well, yes, because in the state of Missouri, you can be it's an at-will employment state. So in the state of Missouri, you can be fired really for anything as long as it's not because of you being the member of a protected class. Can't be fired because you're a woman or because you're black or because you have a disability, those types of things. But they can say, you know what? I don't like those earrings. You're fired. So certainly for being impaired at work, I think a lot of it is very similar to the laws with alcohol. And I think cannabis and alcohol, while in some ways it's a good parallel, I think it's actually often not fair to cannabis to parallel it with alcohol. But when we were kids, it was always there's alcohol, and then there's drugs. And I think that is one of the most dangerous things that there is out there to teach kids. I think there should be cannabis, which is less harmful than alcohol. There's alcohol, and both of those things are going to be regularly used by responsible people.
Yeah.
Some people are going to use them irresponsibly. However, those are in a different category than drugs, because I think the danger is when we were kids, when you just lump it all in with drugs, people use cannabis and then they're like, well, that was fun and that didn't hurt me. Whoa. And then the same person you bought it from said, well, how about some cocaine? How about some heroin? How about, and you're like, well, it was looked at as experimentation and all being equally dangerous. And that just could not be further from the truth. I think it's important to teach kids and normalize cannabis use as being similar to alcohol, but probably safer. discourage the use, certainly at a young age. I think young brains probably should not use cannabis. I know a lot of people do. They probably shouldn't use alcohol either. But once you're an adult, I think that it's really, really irresponsible of us to really lump cannabis in with other drugs that will kill you.
But it's so often done. I get it.
Yeah.
Oh, my grandma is. Yeah, smoking that dope. Dope? Oh, I'm not smoking dope. Why you call it that? Man, dope? That's deep.
Yeah, I get it. I get
You
it.
know.
Listen, I've got some gifts for you.
What's up?
Me?
Well, I, you know what? I could give you some of these gifts too, but I've got some gifts from you for you from all of us here at Brown and Crouppen. Some stuff, some
Let's see what y'all
swag you
got.
can take. You know, thinking very, very much University City.
This is definitely a you see me bag.
Yeah, you see that? Yeah. Thank you so much for sharing with me.
Okay.
And I wish you. There's. I always got to
goodies.
tell everybody
People love that pizza
that's
cutter.
The pizza cutter.
Emos.
Yeah, it is a seriously great pizza
Okay.
cutter. Some stuff for the
My hoodie out there.
you gotta have that. Gotta have that.
All right, I'm sport y'all stuff, man.
That's what's up.
My white and black forces.
Yes, I appreciate
I
you.
got something for you.
You got something for me?
Yeah.
You got something for me?
Why is everybody getting presents but me?
I know it
Oh,
feels
no, we
like a
gonna-
bad Christmas.
Yours
It
is in the
does.
mail, man. It's in
It
the mail.
feels like a bad Christmas. Aw, you want one of these?
No.
I got one. Oh
I've
whoa!
got 10. Oh, wow.
Oh whoa! Black every month. You see me? You see me? Yes.
And it's pink.
love
See, I
it.
knew you was gonna wear pink.
And it's pink, and I love pink. Thank you
See, I knew
very
that.
much.
I
I
knew
love it. Did you make this?
No.
No.
I designed it.
You designed it?
Yes.
Well, I love.
Well, I
the
did
design.
make this one, but
Okay.
you can you know Jack by John?
No.
Yeah.
Jack by John.
By Jack, and then you go / and type in you see me, and or just go to my IG or something. I'm Kyjuan-Lunatic OG, and you can go online. You can get your own.
Okay, I
Come
love
to
it.
your house. Come to your house.
What?
They come right
What?
to your house.
Yes.
All different colors.
So he's delivering. So there you go.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, and I appreciate you. Thank you
It's
so
the truth,
much.
though.
Yeah, I know.
Not
I
just
am.
February.
I am black every month.
Yeah,
Okay,
not just
all the
February.
time. I'm actually in black every day. Yeah,
Okay.
seriously.
I just
yeah.
clump mine a little. I'm black every year. I'm black every century. I'm black every. No,
Yes, but the
not
bottom
good.
line is
I'm black.
you're black.
Hey. Not brown.
Andy.
I'm from the Boogie Down Productions.
Hey,
What's up with you, man?
Man, we had a baby about 2 years ago, and I'm 53. So, did you really?
Yeah, I'm not 53 though, but
Oh.
yeah.
But you're not that much younger than me, are you?
I am on TV.
how old is your baby now? How old is your son?
He's like
18
36
months.
now. What are you, 36, 37?
46.
All
so-
right, that's cool.
46,
So,
40, you forget?
I don't care no more.
Oh, okay.
so you know how that is. That
Feel
that
good.
takes
I
up a
feel
lot
good.
of your
I'm good.
life.
Yes, I do.
You've got to be hot. That jacket is hotter than this. I've been sweating in this room every time I
Oh.
walk in today.
I got a friend. I got a friend by the name of Pimp C that says TV don't have a weather. TV don't have a temperature.
Pimp C said that?
He said TV does not have temperature.
I never heard that.
So when he wears mink in Miami on the video, it don't care about where I'm at.
That's
know,
what's up.
It's about what I'm
I always
doing.
wondered, like,
I've always been
how
cool.
you
I always
looking
been a cool person.
How you looking so cool like
I always
that?
been a,
It's
I always
so
been this
hot
person.
outside.
I always can wear mink and I be in the loft like what?
Oh,
I'm cool. I'm not doing all that.
I'm usually cold. It's hot in here. And
That's Nelly's song.
yeah, that's right.
It
Did you ever
is
read,
Nelly's
speaking of
song.
Pimp C, did you ever read his, there was, I don't know if it was an autobiography or just a biography. It was long, but it was great. It was very interesting.
Now you're gonna make me read it.
It's good. It's good. It really goes through like before, even like the early days of UGK and before UGK, how they became UGK and the whole, it was really great. Interesting. Oh, you know what? I talked to you before.
love
I was
it.
going to ask you because this, Future and Metro Boomin put out this album.
I was wondering
there was a
if you- I was
surprise
wondering if you were gonna
feature.
ask.
Kendrick Lamar was on it where he dissed J. Cole and Drake. And as an MC, you must have a unique perspective on this. And then J. Cole apologized with that, which I feel like maybe not today, but 10 years ago, that ends your career. You're over.
Yeah, it
and
hurts- it
and I
hurts
don't
now.
know.
It hurts now,
It definitely hurts.
but it doesn't hurt.
Right.
It definitely hurts though.
He's a good dude though, and he's known as sort of a good dude, peaceful guy. And I'm wondering how he survives this. You know, he's still great, but it like takes away that, I don't know. You just hear Kendrick on there, and he is a killer on that
What do
verse,
you
just
think?
an assassin.
I just think you don't have to be a killer all the time. That's what LeBron went through. Because he's not the killer, then you're not them. That's false. I think what J. Cole did was bigger than what anybody can then do. It's harder. Sometimes you fall into what everybody's doing on accident, and just because I say I'm the best don't mean I have to fight you. You know what I'm saying? So when they get him off of his realm, because he just amped up, you got to realize J. Cole wasn't even doing features until 5 years ago. He wasn't jumping on people's songs. He wasn't doing none of that. He just realized he can hear. So he knows, he keep doing that on that beat because he do his own beat stuff too.
Right.
So I jump on y'all stuff and kill y'all. So since he's saying I can kill y'all, I can beat y'all, which he really never said it, then it's kind of be like, okay, when somebody challenge you, then you should be ready to kill them. That's kind of how the world looks at it. I don't think that it's needed, but it does let you know that this is hip hop, and it is brought up as the essence of a battle and all that. He's battling himself. You don't have to battle another person. It's already enough going on right now. I know when I saw J. Cole for the first time, we was at the studio and everybody was going out. Lil Wayne, Nelly, everybody was finna go out, and he was like, I'm not going. They was like, you go out, then we come right back. You're like, okay, when y'all get back, I'll be right here. We're gonna get some girls. I don't need no girls. I'm chilling in my Jordan shorts, these dirty shoes, and I'm finna make some music. And me and Murph wanted to stay back so bad. Like, man, yeah, we want to stay too. I want to go too. We gonna go for 1 hour instead of 3.
That's a cool story.
And it just let me know where he was with his whole move and his energy. For real, I look at Murph as J. Cole of then, but it wasn't looked at as that. So sometimes it doesn't get heavy brought onto you. You know what I'm saying? But because Murph wasn't standing on the couch or taking off his shirt or wearing a lot of big jewelry, people look at it like he's not him sometimes. But it all rolls back around to, you humble, you're nice, I love you. And so it comes back around and older. But during that time when they thought he should be Lil Wayne in it, he was like, I'm not about that. I'm about this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I respect J. Cole for that. And I respect Murph too for that.
So you don't think it ends his career?
No, it doesn't end his career.
It hurts him a little.
It just make people feel different. I mean,
But he's sort of in his own lane too. I feel
Drake
like
had a co-writer. Drake had a writer.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, which that's stupid too. But Drake had a writer, so that hurts him for a couple years. Then you just got to rap out of it.
Yeah. I don't think many people could do what he did.
You got to rap out of it. And it's okay to have somebody to help you do stuff. Like, who you battling? Are you battling your friend down the street? Or are you battling Katy Perry? Like, who are you battling?
Yeah.
With your music. How big can it get? Because everybody you're battling in hip hop, to be the top person, they have 10 people helping them with one song.
Yeah. I like how you put it. He's battling himself because in his apology, kind of that's what he says.
He's like, I'm tripping. Y'all finna get me into this, which really can take him here instead of staying here. He got knocked down a notch, but it's not enough to be like, I don't like him no more.
Although, you know what? He sort of started it. That's the thing that bums me out about it, is he kind of started it. And then when Kendrick came back like that, he was like, no, this isn't for me. I don't know.
By saying what, he's big three or what?
When he said something like the big three, and he starts how he's not 3, not 2, he's UNO, and then he's like big 3, but I'm Muhammad Ali.
So what if he was really talking to Drake at that time?
I think he was talking about Drake too.
Shoot, he right here next to him.
Exactly. But
about him, you just ended.
Right. I don't know.
He just letting him know. Like, you got to realize, for Drake to finally be like, all right, come on.
What did Drake do?
He said, come on, going to then people outside seeing Drake and be like, dang, J. Cole, tight. It's hard for Drake knows. So it's like, I finna put him in his put, and I know he finna do his job. It's gonna make him step up again, another notch. You know what I'm saying? And it
I saw him in St. Louis. It was an incredible show.
And it does, because he's going to do what you think he ain't going to do.
He was incredible.
In them pants. And
in those pants. Stop it. Leave that man in his pants and his shoes.
I said, in those pants. So then, this is, so like the tour didn't mean as much. That's all. I just dropped him back.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see where it goes. I was watching on the Joe Budden podcast. Joe says that he's talked to people who can rap, and that both of them, Drake and Kendrick, have been in the studio. They're done. It's good. Round 2's coming. It's just fun. You know, as a human being, I like what J. Cole did.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's great. It's admirable. As a hip hop fan, it's a little disappointing.
I mean, boxing is
but
fun
he did
to
what's
look at, but it's not fun to be in there.
No.
Okay. So
No.
Ha.
You're right.
Right.
it's
Anyway.
it's different. They
I'm
like,
glad,
hold on,
thanks
man.
for,
Wait
I
a minute.
appreciate your perspective.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just
Because you know what it's like, I'm sure, when somebody comes
I
at
don't
you.
want no smoke. I'm just saying. I
Right.
just think we all should be at peace, and we should try to get some bread and help the children.
Yeah.
There you
Say
go.
something to help them. If y'all ain't talking about that, then I ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? J. Cole does. So
Yeah.
I'm with J. Cole. Period.
Yeah.
Not against anybody else, but I
Right.
just like J. Cole.
Same.
Hard not to.
Same.
Yeah, I like Kendrick too, though,
Yeah.
and Drake. So
Also hard
It don't
not
mean
to.
nothing.
Yeah.
We
Right.
ain't talking about nothing.
I feel like, you know, like if you're at a tennis match and you're just going like
Right.
this, boom, boom,
Right.
boom. I like did that like for the past few minutes, and it's really been a pleasure, truly.
That's what's up. Your neck
I-
hurt.
Kind of.
Mine actually really does.
I'm like, yeah, that's good. That's good. Thank you so much for coming.
No problem. Thank you.
Thank
for
you
having
so
me.
much for dropping by. I haven't seen you like
It was a long
face-to-face in
commute.
time. It was a long commute, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for making it for me. I appreciate you. Listen, I say this every week. You know what? If anything ever jumps off in your life, you're injured at no fault of your own. Please, I do encourage you to reach out to my friends here at Brown and Crouppen. Look for them online. You can find them on the World Wide Web. Somebody said that to me. I was working at the radio station, and the man said www. I'm like, who still says that? But anyway,
Man,
you go to Get BC.
legendary.
It is legendary. You were about to say ESL behind that, weren't you?
Legendary. Commercials are legendary.
Yeah.
Some commercials last forever.
Yeah. Okay. GetBC.com. And of course, find them on social media. And if you're in St. Louis, all twos, just dial all twos. Kansas City, straight all sevens and 816 in front. I appreciate your time. And as always, remember, life is death without adventure, and adventure only comes to those who are daring and willing to take chances. I'll talk to you later.
Hey, what she said.
Yep.
me.
Have a good day.
Peace.
All right, Andy. Thank you.
Thank
so
you,
much.
Tammy. Thank you. Good to see you, man.
You too, man.
Ugh.
Hey, yo, I went to his wedding on accident.
On accident? How do you do that?
You never heard that?
No.
We got married in Cancun, and I don't know, we ran into
It's
you
at the
earlier in the
airport.
day, right?
At the airport.
At the airport. I was like,
He's
hey,
like,
we're
he's
getting
like, I get married
married.
tomorrow. I'm like, I'm going to Cancun.
Yeah.
I'm going to Cancun. Bad. That's a party.
You said that's a
Yeah.
party.
What? You trying to look
And
at somebody?
so they-
you want to go to
they
Los
came to the
Palmos
wedding.
or your wedding? I'm going to your wedding.
Yeah, I was like, we're getting married tomorrow.
I kicked it.
La Meridian,
Wait,
come
did
on
you kick
by.
it?
Yeah, I
Did you
kicked
kick
it.
it
Yeah,
at
they wore
Andy's wedding?
chucks. They wore chucks at their wedding.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
did.
your wedding photo is, their pictures are epic. They really are.
We had a
No,
good time.
I did.
It was fun.
I had a good time.
You did?
I drank some too.
Yeah. That is so wild. That's crazy how that worked out.
Do you not drink at all, or very little?
I play with it.
Yeah.
Like if I go out and like the 13th person asks me, do I want to drink? I take it,
Fine, but just to
and then
show
I'll be
off.
like,
Yeah.
and then sit down at the end. You know, I'm not. I mean, I try.
I never really did.
But there be so many weird people out in this world, and they say they load up their weirdness just to wait on me to come and have an ear for them, and I have to deal with it. And I try not to be in a bad state of mind and not say nothing back wrong and not get into fights and hustles and tussles. And I'd be like, so I'd rather stay focused.
Yeah.
And I be dolo. I have my wife with me, so I be trying to stay on pivot too. You know what I
Do
mean?
you think that, like, this is like a crazy question. You think you can ever, like, stop smoking? Like, could you do it?
If I had to, I would. I did before one time.
What
for
was
like
life
6
like
months.
with you not smoking?
It was cool. It was that or like my throat. And my throat was my money, so I was dealing with my throat
Mm-hmm.
at that point.
But you got it all together now.
Yeah, I'm cool now. I don't even know what happened. I just stopped. But see, I don't smoke blunts. I don't do none of that. I ain't smoked blunts in 20-something years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't smoke
What do you
blunts.
do?
Joints.
Oh.
Not rolling paper though.
What
Cause rolling paper is
In
like
what?
no, not tobacco
What do
paper.
you roll it? What do you roll
I do.
it?
I do like
Dollars. $100 bills.
you know what I'm saying? What you thought?
I just put that coke in my mouth. I was about to spit
You
it
gonna
out.
put it in your nose?
Stop it.
No,
Stop
but
it.
I use this high hemp paper. It's vegan. It's green. It got
It would have to be vegan. You couldn't roll
Yeah,
with anything.
I will.
Yeah.
It just had to be like
How
hempy.
can paper not be
Hempy.
vegan?
It could be.
They make it out of
Huh.
Yeah, right. He
Really?
said that.
Yeah, they got
I
some,
was thinking
they
the
got
same
some weed
thing.
that's almost vegan. That's deep to even say, huh?
Weed
Wait.
that's almost vegan? Why? Because
it
of the
almost
pesticides or the
Manure
fertilizers
and
that you
all the
use?
stuff.
Oh, that counts?
Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Well, aren't
Oh, that's
veg-
too deep. That's
Yeah,
too
yeah,
deep.
yeah.
That's too deep.
No, I'm just saying, it's a company, so they just said they use that to say they can't legally say vegan because like one little bitty thing,
Mm-hmm.
but in a conversation they're going to say.
So, like, are all vegan vegetables grown with no like cow
Yeah,
manure,
exactly.
that kind
Are
of
they?
stuff?
I wonder. That's a
part
good.
of-
That's a good question.
It's a good
Well-
question, but I know for sure that this weed
yeah.
dude in Denver like, hey, I'm like, I never even thought about that. That's what made me think about it.
That's
He was
interesting.
like, nah. So now I walk around to the grows. We be walking doing tours of grows a lot of times now. Now I'm in the world, so I be like, oh, y'all make y'all. That's that poison. That's that not good right there.
Mm-hmm.
And then a person that doesn't use it, they'll say, watch when you go to somebody else's. Watch out for this word. And we'll go in there and be like, he said that word. He said,
Like a harmful chemical
Yeah.
or something like that.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. Like
Well, it's gotta be
even the
less
pins,
harmful than when you were just getting it from some guy.
maybe.
back in the day.
Exactly, because you don't know what you're getting. You're
Yeah.
buying a
Unless
dime
that
bag
guy
from
grew it.
somebody.
No, I mean you
right?
don't know what you're getting.
Yeah,
that's
you
the,
don't.
I hate when people say, "What's the name of this man?" Shut up. Whoever wrote it on here, when we write something on it, what you want?
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
But I definitely want to do this movie thing, man. I'm on. I gotta go forward. Start the piece, man. Please educate all children every day. Is the point. You know what I'm saying? And if I can get, so you know how on on Law and Order, right? How it starts off, and usually they get the docket or something. You know how they get the stories, right? Somebody else walking around, they find a body, and then they go into the stories. Like, where's our stories at?
So tell it.
That's what I'm saying. So
Tell us.
I want to get into a position to where you can come in and say a story, you give it to the writers. I got book, movie, play, soundtrack. Those
I like the way that
those are four
sounds.
concepts, right? 20 minutes, 30 minutes, enough time to go in classrooms, talk back and forth with the books, read to the people, and, do a whole thing. But
Yeah.
it's about decision-making skills. So I got something that I want to shoot first. It's really something simple like shooting dice. Because a kid that shoots dice, and if his friend...
Wait.
How we get to
It's
shooting
an
dice?
educational
if it-
something about shooting some dice, Kyjuan.
See, education ain't all about reading and writing. Education about surviving. Education of what?
But come on, tell me how you gonna roll, how the dice roll. Tell me,
Okay, because
tell
this is
me how
about
to-
life. This ain't about...
I know. Tell me,
Teach-
but I
okay,
want to
cool.
know.
Watch
I
this.
want to.
Okay,
I want
watch
to
this.
understand because
'Cause
I
it's
would
about behavior.
associate like rolling dice with being like positive.
What? It's
I
not
don't
about
know.
positive. It's about what's going on.
Okay, tell me. Come on, tell me
you
about, tell me
you trying to
about
stay
it.
positive, you're going to be 2% out of 1,000. So the whole point is a guy that only shoots dice,
Mm-hmm.
he call it only shooting dice because his friend is selling dope and his other friend is shooting people.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that part.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So he think in his mind frame, I'm only doing this, so I'm cooler than I don't do them, right? So we show him, right? He goes through his whole process. Boom, he gets out of school because he answered the question right, so he gets a pass because they not answering none, they sleep.
Mhm.
Boom, he's going to the dice house. He's going to shoot dice, flat out. His shoes look nice and everything, and mama ain't got no. Okay, cool. Boom, he wins. Right? If he rolls a 4 and somebody going to say, oh, he's a little guy, he got a lot of money, I bet you don't 10 to 4. That's the hardest point to hit. And once he say yeah, the next person going to say, me too. Me too. And he says yes, 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 yes. And he hits it, and he hits it, and he hits it. Now he leaving that place with $3,000. Now, the person he beat who said, go on, little dude, you too little, and then finally said, okay, I got one. I got a sucker, right? He loses his girlfriend gave him $900 to go pay the rent. He just lost it to this little kid who's going back to school because the big guy in the room is saying, who bigger than him, saying, let him go so he won't end up like y'all. He going back to school. Y'all dumb. Y'all try to get him. He won. He's going back to school. He's going to do the money arm thing. He's going to be on Instagram. He going to give his friend a little bit. But at the same time, those two guys that he beat is sitting outside his school. That kid not making it home. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
So it's really about cause and effect of things that we put ourselves into to let you know that shooting dice ain't real. It ain't about showing it because it's shown. Everything I'm talking about is shown. We do that a lot and we say stuff like, oh my God. Okay, now go say it to the kid. Let's go in the classroom and say, how many of y'all know somebody who used drugs? They're going to say, how many of y'all know somebody who got their door kicked in for selling drugs? How many of y'all know somebody got killed this year? How many of y'all know somebody who killed somebody this year? We can do that all the way down to 7th grade. You see what I'm saying? Like flat out. So we have to wait till we get in programs and get them 12 kids to the side and talk to them. wait till they skip school 1,000 times, make them come back to school, mess up the credit rating for the people who going. Like, it's a bunch of, I don't deal with trying to take the F and make him an A. He gonna end up being a D. And we're not concentrating on the A's and the B's at all. I was a straight A student, played sports, and St. Louis Slim, the comedian, he came from the city. He wasn't doing good in school, 8th grade. All the principals, everybody know his name though.
What was his name?
St. Louis Slim. He's a comedian right now. Elton Neal.
Okay.
They say, Elton, get back to class. And I always wonder, like, why he don't know my name though? I play soccer, basketball, football. I got good grades. He doesn't know my name. He knows the bad kid name. So why I want to be good? You know what I'm saying? Like,
They knew my name.
They knew your name. They knew your
was
name.
bad?
Were you?
Bad. You know what? I got a lot.
Compared.
I got a lot. My locker was across from the principal's office, and it was messy. There was always like papers and clothes hanging out of it. So I'd always get called to the principal's office, like if he had an important meeting.
'Cause you had an
I called out of
apartment.
class. Andy, can you please clean your locker? I have people. I was like, get out of here. He's dead now. You know what? I didn't realize this.
Andy, you were a rebel.
I hated him.
You were a rebel.
I disliked the principal of my, I hate strong word, did not care much for him. And I had no idea many, many years later, everybody loved him. He was like, not everybody, people,
They
I think
they
the
grew
good
to
kids
under-
liked him.
maybe they
the
grew to
kids who were
understand him.
maybe problematic like myself. I wasn't that problematic, but I was like, I wasn't there to learn. I was there to have fun and hang out. And
look where you at.
yeah, right. People like me, dude, he knew your name and you didn't like him. The kind of the kids who got straight A's. He probably, in fairness to him, he probably knew their name and they liked him, but he was whatever.
What school is this?
At Clayton High School.
Okay.
So
Let's go to Vashon.
yeah,
Right.
different scenario.
Right.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Like, I've been in there. I talk, I go in there. I'm seeing it. And it's all about decision making. It's all about showing people what it means to be pregnant. Because they don't know. They just think it's cool. But when I'm showing it, if somebody gets on the news right now and they be like, after they finish, I'm like, damn, I should have sucked my stomach in. I should have said this. I should have. You get in an argument, you're gonna say, damn, I should have said this. I said this. This is what visual does for you when you seeing something on camera and seeing yourself look like that. Seeing you wearing your pants like that. You wearing your pants like that. Now let me show you what's the problem with that. Let's show what's the problem with that instead of talking about it.
Do they still do that thing where they give the kids the fake baby that they have to like, it cries, they have to
Yeah.
feed and all that?
Yeah, all they did is make the baby more realer.
Yeah.
That don't mean it works.
That
or nothing.
doesn't deter anyone.
But when I show you talking to your
I
friend
bet
on the
it
phone
does.
saying,
Little
hey,
bit.
we going to the mall. And then the friend be like, okay. I'm gonna ask my mom, can I keep the baby? And you go show her going to ask that mama, can you keep Junior? Tell Senior to keep Junior. Where's he at? That's not my baby. And she gotta go back to the phone and tell her friends, yeah, I'm gonna take him to the mall with us. Showing how them friends say on the other end when they be like, girl, we ain't taking no baby to the mall.
Maybe examples
call
like
it,
that
and
would
ain't
help,
nobody,
right?
ain't nobody answer the phone now. Showing her getting took to go get her unemployment or her check from the government, and they happy because they not getting any money, right? So when they see $486, they're like, you just got free $486? Show their kids saying it's not enough. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're not showing it. We're not showing people, women hustling on accident. My auntie went to jail 5 years because somebody give her dope to hold. 5 years. I'm just saying, you hustling on accident. Don't even know what's in that bag because you don't care. You think it's his. I don't care, but you holding it. It's yours too.
So you got to tell those stories.
Yes.
You got to
Because it
tell the
helps.
stories.
Okay, the 3 kids, the kids got killed in U City when they stole the car or whatever, right?
Right.
Okay, did you know it was the 4th kid that didn't go? Right. He got on punishment. And his sister, who's raising him, took his phone from him and put it in her glove box. So he wasn't able to get the call to say, let's go, let's ride. He would have went. So now it's a position where he's telling the story. So watch this. So watch Kyjuan come back into the school, right? This how it is. I come back into school. It's a program of 8 people, right? So now we're here talking. He tells me a story. While he's telling me a story, I'm showing you the story, right? So these are 8 episodes right here.
Yeah, visuals do
You
help.
feel me?
Yeah.
So me telling, boom, now you telling you what we all telling our story. That's 8 episodes right there. You feel
It's
me?
probably
Good
also
idea.
impactful to have
Yeah.
someone a little older who's gone through it, who is from a similar background, to say, hey, this is what I did as a kid. This is what could have happened. I got lucky. You may not get that lucky.
Right.
Right.
But I definitely want to show it.
Yeah.
Then after we do like a teen summit atmosphere when I'm showing somebody who has been through that, talking to students personally, like
Do it. Do
Yeah.
it.
you know what I'm
Do
saying?
it. Do it.
That's what
I
I'm
support you.
Church.
Church.
Now I need you to be a teacher in this movie.
Okay.
Is that a church
Whatever-
that serves Budweiser or different
right,
church?
right.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
I
now
feel
when
you.
I got you playing the teacher, and then I got I'm just naming names, Little St. Louis or LA Force or Heyman Holler playing this student and this. Now we got a red carpet. Now we got influences. Now we moving the needle because I'm showing you what's going on. Now we able to go talk. Now you got something to get your phone for real. What happened to like 21 Jump Street? Was that a good? What did that get to do for us?
I think I kind of used to like 21 Jump
Okay,
Street.
but you
I
seen
don't
it.
know.
I remember it, but I don't remember
you
it
seen
well.
if you got caught with dope in your locker, what would happen to you? You
Oh,
seen
yeah,
it's
sure,
undercovers.
that
It's
is the
undercovers in the
premise.
school.
Yeah.
They scared you like that. Okay, cool. But they've showing us something. It's after school special. It turns into that.
Remember, it used to be, tonight we have a very special at different strokes, you know, and they'd like
It'd be all
do
hype
like,
and shit. He's walking through the neighborhood and like, oh, you know.
a very special facts of life.
They'd be like, you got a white father. You'd be like, what? This is a special. You'd be like, okay, it's deep. It's deep now. Cosby Show got thrown off. No, but yeah. So it's just, yeah. I got it. I got it. I'm peace.
Thank you.
Other than that, what you smoking on? No.
Jen, pull the shades down, will you?